trying to say was that I couldn't even get through the video because in the first 12 minutes, he was already targeting her and backing her into a corner where socially she would have to defend her character. He was immediately making it to where she would have to say something, and you can see that he didn't like her immediately. It was, you can see where it was going to happen. I couldn't even finish the video. It was disgusting. As a black, what I saw from Miss.
So in the midst of blocking some of these beta males really quickly, I want to play the video, and just whenever you want me to stop at certain parts, Sarah, just let me know.
Okay.
Because I want to show because listen, this is the thing again. I support and like Sarah, I support and like Tariq. I've donated literally to multiple things that Tariq's done. I've donated to Melanoid Nation. I've donated to his Haiti product. I've donated to his Hidden Colors thing. So this isn't about me wanting to disrespect Tariq or not liking him. That is not the case. And people can have their opinions about Sarah's behavior. However, as a community and based on what Tariq says he stands for, I think it's a little inappropriate, highly inappropriate actually, to go on a tangent after it. Like none of that is really necessary, because really you could have just left it at the ism show. That's just what I'm saying. You could have just left it at the ism show. My thing of it is that number one, people shouldn't be associating my name with it. That's number one. And number two, people should stop acting like just because somebody is rude that it is okay to engage in that type of behavior. We should all be looking at our behavior and doing something different. So that's just the reality of it. But when you have people in the room, especially when it comes to a male and a female, I'm always going to hold a man, especially when he's older, to a certain standard. So that's just the reality of it. So people can sit here and say what they want to say. You control the room as much as you want to, because again, like I said, unfortunately, Tariq has a very hostile, bitter, neuter, beta male, bitch-made crowd. And I'm saying this separate from whatever happened to Ism. So let me just explain something about Tariq's audience. This has nothing to do with Ism, because I've gone on Tariq's videos and made comments and been attacked by a bunch of beta male coons. So I couldn't care less about any of these beta male coons that want to talk about weave and feminine products in the chat room, because all you're doing is showing how effeminate, weak, and bitch made you are. Now, I've had several times them attack me. So I couldn't care less about what you have to say now. Of course you're going to say that, because most of these beta males don't want a black woman having a voice anyway. Sarah could have been sitting there looking like an angel, and a lot of these beta males wouldn't have liked her the minute that she opened her mouth to give her opinion. So that's just the bottom line, which, by the way, a lot of people in this chat room are saying that they don't agree that how Tariq conducted himself was appropriate, and they are entitled to that opinion. That's my thing. That doesn't mean that somebody's on here trying to bash it or not. Y'all put me in it when I wasn't even in it, because y'all were on Twitter associating me with it. So I don't know why now y'all want to sit here and say, oh, why are you getting in the middle? Because y'all put me in the middle of it. When y'all were circulating my name on Twitter, making assumptions, talking about I'm going to go on a smear campaign for Tariq when I didn't open my mouth to say anything about it. That's just my thing. But do I think he conducted himself in the manner that he should have? No, because I put men at a higher standard, and Tariq is trying to stand for something. He's constantly talking about being on code, and in my opinion, that was off code. Does that mean that I don't support what Tariq is doing with Black empowerment? No, it doesn't, because like I said, I've donated to his stuff, and I still like his stance on white supremacy. I think he does he's very knowledgeable about racism and white supremacy, but how that was handled, that wasn't appropriately, and it could have been handled better, and it still could be being handled better, and it's not being. So that's just the reality of it. People can, aside from that, the beta males can keep their opinion to themselves. What they should be doing, since they're so obsessed with feminine products, they should be looking for what brand of tampons they're going to wear. That's what they should be doing, as far as I'm concerned. That's all I wanted to say. Let's get into the video, and then Sarah, whenever you want me to stop it at a certain point, please let me know. I'm over these. I don't like dusty beta males. I really don't. And unfortunately, a lot of his crowd are little whiny bitch made beta males who need a woman to not say anything in order for them to feel good about themselves. So I personally believe that a lot of these dudes don't like Sarah simply because she gave an opinion to begin with. So therefore, you don't get you're not valid as far as I'm concerned.
He's exposing who he is. I don't have to do that. I don't have to say anything to him. And I don't know. As I started working with him, I just got so uncomfortable on his views of just young women. And again, like you said, he has a daughter that's not far in age from me. We're like 9 years apart. And I'm just like, yo, I can't believe that he's talking to me like that. Like, why don't Tariq see me as a baby? Because my dad and my stepdad, they'll tell you, anybody my age, they see as a baby. Okay, so I'm not going to be arguing with a child, essentially. And that's essentially what he's doing. He's arguing with somebody that's supposed to be like his child. I'm somebody half his damn age. He's old enough to be my dad, and we're going back and forth about nothing. Okay, he's trying to railroad me for no reason. Like, just like you said, there's gotta be more than me asking if he's a pimp, because more than one person has asked this man if he's a pimp. So why is it that I can't ask that? Why can't I ask that? And it's crazy because he's so flip-floppy to me. It's like, I can't ask you anything, but when callers call up, you ask them, to me, in my opinion, inappropriate questions all the time.
Something, because I just want to say that as a black man, I'm just been sitting here listening as a fly on the wall, and it was kind of hard to watch the video. And I apologize to you as a black man that you had to go through that, and that I had to sit here and witness that, and that our community is watching that, because I don't think that is fair. And whatever embarrassment that you might feel and however you feel about it, you know what I'm saying? I just hope that you have support and that people see this and that they learn from it. Nobody's trying to turn people away from Tariq. We all love and appreciate him for what he did, and we can't take away from his hidden colors. He's Mr. Hidden Colors. But that shit was out of line, and wrong is wrong. And we don't need to take that example from him. Video. That's what I'm saying. It's like, instead of making a video to apologize to you and for his behavior to the community who looks up to him, he made another video trying to drag you even further. And that's where I'm disgusted. That's bullshit right there. That's very, very distasteful, professional. And that's not together. It's not on code. That's not everything that he said that he stands for. And we are only human, and we all have moments. But he ain't even realized he had a moment. A moment. I don't like it at all. And he started off in the video dismissing people who was coming to take up for you.
All right. She tried to low-key throw me under the bus on air, right? So then I sent Layla a text message saying, I don't appreciate you going on air saying that I was dating somebody. I don't appreciate you doing that. And honestly, you need to mind your damn business unless I tell you to speak my business. Who are you to even talk about my damn business, something that I told you? That's none of your damn business. That's not your place. So that's what I did. I sent her a text message. Now, I didn't know until the playback of the show that she ran back and told Tariq what I had said. Now, again, this is a 35-year-old grown woman, right? With a child. So she went back and told Tariq what I had said. And mind you, I didn't say anything inappropriate to her or anything like that. I just said, look, don't talk about my business on air unless I give you permission to, period. So she tried to insinuate that I was dating a white man. You, Cynthia, me and you are good friends. You know that I don't even want white people breathing the same air around me. So,
right, I've never heard Sarah mention one time about a desire to date a white man.
Never. It started because Layla said that I went on a date with an Italian man when she misspoke. It wasn't a date. This was some random man at a restaurant that paid for my entire birthday dinner. That's it. Okay? So
I've had white men pay for way more than that, and I've said that several times. I've literally taken money from a white man for about a year and didn't give him anything. He was paying all kinds of light bills. He was buying me and my sister stuff. So just because you take some money from a white man don't mean you're dating him. But people can think whatever they want to.
Not mine. They owe me. So, I mean, really. So, no, I've never dated a white man ever in my entire life. Have I been on a date with a white man? I've been on a date with a white man, but dating, never. More power to you, girl. But again, I'm not even going to address a hoe that's baby mama number 6. I'm just not going to address her because being baby mama number 6 to a man, that's all I need to explain on her part. So I don't need to go any further on demeaning Layla, but other than being baby mama number 6, that just goes to show you the mentality of the mentality that she has. So we can move on because I don't address hoes. Period.
Well, damn.
Like, what are you talking about? It's not like I have some huge black empowerment following. I'm a damn fashion model, for Christ's sakes. What are you talking about? Informant? Who am I running to go tell? And why are you having this informant on your show for 9 months? I'm an informant because I wanted to film behind the scenes footage of us recording the show on Snapchat. Why is Tariq? Why is no one asking the question, why are you making several videos about one person? Why are you talking shit about me still? Why? Why is everything on my lap? Why do I have to take responsibility for a grown man and his actions? Why? Why is everyone blaming me, saying it's my fault, I'm disrespectful, he your boss? I don't give a damn how much money he paid me. No one can pay me enough money for me to sit there and be disrespected. And
So F the cool kid said, to be fair, Tariq said he wants to attract coons because those are the ones he wants to get enlightened. They're not getting enlightened. They really aren't. So,
but how is that true when Tariq always stand firm in saying coons are dangerous?
Just take any opportunity to run amok, and I really feel like that's who was dragging my name all through Twitter. I really do, to those beta male coons. I really think it was those beta male coons who were sitting on there trying to attach me to a situation that has nothing to do with me. And I really wish they would just send me some DMs so I can really respond to them, whether they're sitting on somebody else's timeline mentioning somebody that doesn't have anything to do with them. I haven't even, when that situation happened, I said nothing about it. It's not even about being biased. Look, I like Tariq. I respect Tariq. I support what he's doing about white supremacy. Again, I put my money into his things for Haiti and for the for him taking stuff to Haiti, but also for the Haiti documentary. That's not going to change. But the bottom line is, I could sit here and say that I don't feel like the way he responded was appropriate. I would say that to him. Here, first of all, you got 37-year-old men calling up talking about they dealing with multiple women.
Yeah.
And then they got a woman that they called a hood rat pregnant. And you haven't learned how to put a condom on at 38.
How come nobody questions that?
The beta males aren't going to be questioning beta males. Coons aren't going to be questioning coons.
I mean, girl,
yeah, I'll be available again in another hour. So I don't know if we'll pick up again, do to be continued or something. But something came up.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's fine. We can. I'll text you and we can talk about it.
All right, because I wanted you to help me with the live thing.
Absolutely, yeah. We will. Well, I'll after I do the live, after we complete this, I'll call you and then we can figure it out. We can do it.
Thank you. And it was so nice to meet you. Okay, and start a YouTube channel or something, and we will support you. You don't need him to start no voice, just like nobody else. We started ours off from scratch, and you can start yours from scratch too.
And this is something new to me, being a part of the Black empowerment movement and really starting to speak out about it. I've always been about Black people, but being in it this heavy is new to me. So I've already been in the industry, but thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you, and I will definitely subscribe to your channel and donate and do what I need to do to support both of you guys.
Likewise for you and Cynthia. All right, Cynthia, I'll talk to you soon, boo, and bye, everybody. I know y'all was waiting. I'm gonna snap out soon. All right, we'll see y'all later.
Me and Yusuf are gonna go in on the next one, so.
Got you. All right, bye.
Bye.
I can't wait to see you guys' live stream.
Yeah, we are. We wanted to, but that's okay if we didn't get to talk about the last section of it. We've been going for almost 2 hours anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, because it's just under, I think just under. But I'm just glad that you look. I don't like seeing anybody get attacked. I don't like seeing anybody get attacked. Everybody makes mistakes, whether it was on Sara or Tariq. The bottom line is everybody makes mistakes. So clearing it up and being able to discuss it is a good thing, but obviously that's not anything that you were able to do. So this is something for people who don't know. Sara has to come on here on a platform. She doesn't have a choice because her name is being dragged right now. So she doesn't have a choice but to come on here and tell her side of the story, because if she doesn't, nobody's going to tell it for her. It's like she does.
I'm not too worried about people that think that, I shouldn't be saying anything. I should let it go. I've let it go. Apparently Tariq hasn't let it go. Now, why aren't you guys talking about him in his second video that he did solely on me? Why didn't he do a video on Rock Newman for asking if he was a pimp? Like he did me. If that's the reason why he's mad, why didn't he do a video about all the dozens of other people that asked if he was a pimp?
Yeah,
why?
It was a buildup, and that's just the reality of it. It was a buildup, but if he doesn't want to talk to you and resolve it, there's nothing that you could do to do that. So at this point, the only choice you have is to let it go and move on, because there's nothing that you can't resolve something with somebody that doesn't want to resolve it. So that's just the way.
I think I'm going to watch the second podcast he put about me just so I can see all the slanderous commentary that he's saying about me. So I figured that would be pretty interesting. And my thing is, Black people love dysfunction. Black people love dysfunction. You love that shit, yo. I don't love dysfunction. I don't want to argue with my brothers and sisters, and especially in a time like now, we're being exterminated. We're watching our extermination right now, and we're sitting here arguing and bickering about if you were a pimp or not. Like, dude, why aren't you doing a video about dozens of Black people out here in California getting killed? Why are you still talking about something that you claim irritates you? You're still talking about it. I don't understand.
It's just like the title, whenever people want to gravitate towards negativity, especially within the group that they represent, that's always something that's indicative of low self-esteem. And that's not saying any individual has low self-esteem, but as the community, low self-esteem is literally what's eroding our community. Because low self-esteem is why you have the coons. Low self-esteem is why you have the bed wenches. Low self-esteem is why you have the super coons like Jesse Lee Peterson, who only seek to go against themselves. So that's just that's just a lot of what it is. But I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, a lot of people, and it's crazy, a lot of people think that Tariq made me. No, he didn't make me. I was already established in my career before I met Tariq. All right. Oh, and Yeah, let me address one more thing. I'm
Somebody
sorry.
wants to know what your channel is, Sarah.
It's called Conversations with Sara.
And I'll find her channel and put the link. I'll pin the link to the comments so people can find her channel, because a lot of people are just saying, you know, they support you. A lot of people do well receive it, and I'm glad that you were able to come over here and say your side of it. Again, there's always two. A lot of people say there's three sides to a story. Your side, his side, and then the truth. And so we don't get to see what happened behind the scenes, so we can only judge it on what we saw, and everybody's going to have their different perspectives of what happened during other videos or whatever. None of that really matters, and nothing off screen really matters, because people didn't see that, and you can't judge something that you didn't even see, because it's all gossip and speculation as far as I'm concerned, because I didn't see any of that stuff happening behind the scenes, but I did see what happened when I watched the playback. And so all of my opinions is judged exclusively off of what I saw on that playback. And again, it's very unfortunate, because it's two people that I like. I liked watching you guys. I don't even know if I will be able to watch the show without you being on there, to be honest. I don't even know if I'll be able to watch it.
Well, I don't know. Somebody got to watch it. Well, you guys have Layla. You guys have Layla to watch. She's going to be the new first lady of the show.
Yeah, it is what it is. But if there's not anything else, you know, you want to tell people, Sarah, that can conclude that part. I know people were asking me about the self-esteem thing. Esteem topic was something that me and Yusuf was going to do. And I don't want to discuss it in this live stream without him, because we actually have something that we have to show while we're talking about it. So we'll get into that. We'll get into that live stream later. For the people that just want the regular live stream, there is, I could go a little further for people who actually wanted the regular live stream, because there is something that I wanted to point out actually. But of course, you know, I wanted Sara to have her, Sarah's from DC, JP, because JP said, where is Sara from? She's from DC, but I wanted you to be able to come on here and, you know, because the platform is a platform that you can use to get it out there, since you're not able, like people, you're not able to really, Twitter isn't really as good of a place to do it on YouTube. So I'm glad that we were able to have you be able to tell your side of the story. Nobody should really even be judging anything that someone is saying if it's not coming out about you, if it's not coming out of your mouth. So
it was obvious to me that we didn't like each other, and he didn't like me. When I would come, because I will always come to the studio earlier than Chris and Layla. We never talked. Okay, we stopped talking not long after he started calling me an informant and all that in the beginning of that. But when I come into the studio, we don't talk to each other.
The comment, he said, and this isn't, I can't quote it because I'm trying to find where the comment went, but he said, don't go watch the other video. He said, just be done with it, because Tariq is talking about doing skits and puppets about you. So he said, just be done with it.
Oh, that's so hilarious.
Yeah, that's just going.
And now he's turning me into a puppet.
That's retarded. That doesn't, again, that's not okay. That's just really
wants to do. That's crazy to me. Nobody else sees how crazy this is.
I'm gonna go ahead and call up on his Sunday show. I am. I'm probably gonna call him.
Nobody sees how crazy this is. I did nothing to this man but ask him a question.
Well, all of the puppet making, it's understandable for Crispy, because Crispy needs to be humiliated. So I applaud that. But this isn't a situation where it warrants that. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. It's not about cursing him out. I don't need to curse anybody out, but I am going to call up to his Sunday show. That's not okay. And I don't understand how. But again, I'm gonna watch the video because I didn't hear Tariq say that. So I'm gonna watch the video myself because I want to hear if he said that. F the cool kids doesn't troll, so I believe that he's right. But
So this is a grown man that is continually to belittling a young woman who he is supposed to be protecting and uplifting in the community. Even if we have disagreements, this is the level that he stoops to. Where, wait, I offended him so bad that he has to make a puppet about me. Now, one thing is Crispy. Crispy said things about his family, threatened him, his life, the well-being of his children. I simply asked if he was a pimp.
Autumn Ray said, again, if you need a lawyer, contact me. My mother is also a judge.
Yes, I plan to seek legal consultation. I do plan to do that. Yes.
Yeah, because somebody said Tariq is in some hot water now. Probably that I'm not an attorney, but I do know a lot about the law, and that the fact that he is your past employer makes it a legal situation. That actually does make it a legal situation because he's your past employer. So hopefully,
the person that said that he's a lawyer, I'll have to take his information down because I have several lawyers reaching out to me right now. So I'm just taking everyone's information.
Autumn Ray, can you put your email address in there so in the comment section so that Sara can get it? She said that because you said to contact her. So can you put your email address in there so that she can get in touch with you?
How can I see the comment?
You should be able to. But After Cool Kid said, I wouldn't oppose a gag order on him. That will ease this nasty ass situation. I don't like black on black vitriol with this. We save this for the enemy. I don't like it either. I don't like it one bit. I don't like it one bit. It's just, it doesn't. So only Elisa W said he is your past employer, and if he continues to defame you, he can be sued. That's probably the case at this point, actually, because I know that when you're somebody's past employer, just advertising that he fired her, that's illegal. You can't, because that's like disclosing information in somebody's employee file. Like, for example, my past employer could not come back and say anything about me publicly. If my past employer did that, then I could sue them.
Quote, in me. And for what? What is the point? Why?
I hope he stops doing it because, again, I don't want to see, listen, I don't want to see anything happen with you publicly. I don't want to see anything happen with Tariq publicly because I do like what he's doing in terms of white supremacy. So I really wish that he would stop. Alima Tunish said, yeah, Sara, you need proof of employment. She already has it. So she already has that. And in the video, he said he was her employer. So even that would be proof along.
Either. I don't know. And honestly, it's just further hurting my feelings, honestly. I am a human being. I am a female. I have feelings, and it hurts my feelings. I looked up to this man. I thought going into the situation that I would learn how to be further more successful in my career. I thought, we can really do some big things together as far as in the Black community. I had really good ideas. Tariq had really good ideas. I thought we can bring that together, being so that.
Mr. Wash said, don't say any more, get a lawyer. So that's what he said.
Only that, you cannot slander someone's name. You cannot do that. You cannot sit here and talk about somebody saying that I am a thief when you have no tangible evidence that I'm a thief. You're making shit up. You have no evidence. I'm not like Zaza Ali, where he actually pulled up this woman's criminal history. I have no criminal background. I've never been arrested, never been to jail, nothing. So how are you saying that I'm a thief?
If whatever Macy's manager who fired the employee went to a public platform, announced that that person was fired, and then start saying stuff, that will be a defamation of character and a privacy violation lawsuit. So bottom line is, you don't have to like it. It's not about whether it's being Tariq. That goes for anybody. You just can't do that. Big Fame 01 says she had weed in her employee's card. That doesn't matter. None of that matters. That shouldn't have even been disclosed. Truth be told, that doesn't matter. That's the thing. I wish people would go educate themselves before they say something. At will employment, you obviously don't even know what that means.
And that's what I find in the community. It's a bunch of, now talk about babble. It's a bunch of people babbling that don't know what they're talking about.
I know. Sam's trying to be good. Yeah, there's just a whole bunch of trolls in here, but that's what people don't understand. Sara can decide for herself what route she wants to take. If she wants to just drop it, she can drop it. But the bottom line is, she can do what she can go about. It doesn't matter what I think she can do. It doesn't matter what I think she should do. She can go do whatever she wants to do, and she can consult somebody and find out if she wants to. My problem is that you now have more Black people feuding with each other, while white supremacists are running amok happy to see Black people trying to destroy each other. That doesn't make sense. Yeah,
the topic that you said irritates you.
It should have ended a long thing. There are people on the chat who are trying to make things worse. Cynthia has been impartial. I have been impartial. Look, trolls are going to troll. I'm not sitting here worried about what anybody says. Trolls are going to troll. So that's just the reality of what they're going to do. Again, we already know the beta males are on deck. So the reality is that that's just what it is. And Sara can decide to do whatever she wants to do with the situation that she was in, and nobody needs to sit there and tell her, when nobody in this room, to my knowledge, is an attorney, so you don't get to think that you're providing some legal advice to her. So that's what attorneys do. If she feels like that's the route she want to go, then she can go that route. And so that's just a reality. It's like, okay, you know what?
Girl, this is our community. We went from the Martin Luther Kings and the Malcolm X's of the world to Black men demeaning and degrading Black women. That's what we've come to. And they don't care that they're getting plucked off like flies. They don't care that their women are being beat down in these damn nail salons and in the street. They care more about Tariq ending my career, so to speak. They care more about foolishness, as my mother would say.
And that's why they're getting blocked, because that's just what they are. And I have no patience for I don't have patience for them.
As my mother would say, this is nothing but a bunch of foolishness. Period.
Yeah. Live Free said, even though I don't agree with the both of you, Sara just learn from this and grow. It is sad that we are doing this when we need to build. Yeah, we do. We do need to build. But again, it goes back to just, I don't know what it goes back to. It's just infighting. And it's stupid. It's just stupid.
But Cynthia, only one person is fighting. I'm not fighting.
Nabe said he will never end your career. You are an intelligent woman. I get where you're coming from, but if certain things are said about a person from their previous employer, that actually can have a negative impact on her career. That actually can, because at the end of the day, he was her employer. So that's a horrible, at the very least, that's a horrible reference from an employer. And last I checked, when your past employer says negative stuff about you, that has an impact on you getting jobs in the future. So, I mean, that's just the reality of it.
And not only that, this is online. Okay, stuff that goes onto the internet stays forever, whether you want to believe it or not. It stays online forever. So I have to deal with this for the rest of my life now. Period.
Yeah, these I'm over these beta males. Like I'm really over these beta males. That's what I'm over.
I don't know, Cynthia. When I get stressed out, girl, I don't be eating. I don't be having an appetite.
That's how I am too, but this isn't anything that you need to allow to ruin your appetite. You don't need to let this ruin your appetite. That's just it's not worth it to do that. I mean, it was an explosive situation. Unfortunately, it's unraveling the way that it is, but the bottom line is you have to at this point, all you can really do is move on deck. But thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And me and Ratchet Today Show, we will be doing that topic that we're going to get to. But I'll see you guys in the next video.
All right.